here have a fantastic memory? Okay. How many here want to have a fantastic memory? Awesome. So for the next 15 minutes, just focus on what we are going to discuss, and I assure you, you'll get some benefit out of this which you can start using. Alright? So anyway, you must be thinking, who is this guy and what is he talking about memory? Is he qualified? What exactly is he? Maybe a lot of things may be running in your head. So can I just borrow the pen? So Manish is thinking, क्या बात कर रहा है? क्या हो जाएगा 15 मिनट में? ठीक है. So I'll use this board for a couple of minutes. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do here is show you the power of trained memory. What you can do is very simple. Call out some single-digit numbers which come to your mind randomly. Anything like 3, 9, 6, 8, 1, 4, 0, 2, whatever. We'll write them down here. And those who are in the back rows, if you cannot see, is okay. No problem. So as long as a couple of people can see it, you will understand what's happening here. Okay, please call out some single digit numbers. 7, 9, 4, 5, 8, 0, 1, 3, 2, 4. And please go on. 9, 6, 0, 1, 9, 8, 9 again, 5, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 1, 7, 3, 0, 2, 4, 1, 0. Okay, thank you very much for the number. If I ask you, how much time do you think you would require to remember that number in the same order? You know what? I love this group. You know why? Most of the time, I'm not taking calls, by the way, I'm just getting my stop clock on. Most of the time, it so happens that a lot of people around this time in the evening, they're half sleepy. So a lot of trainers, what they do is they have to tell them a joke to wake them up. And several times the trainer have to tell them the joke is over. Happens. Okay, but you know, this group is fantastic. Do you know why? Because I am asking you questions and everybody is smiling. I didn't tell a joke, I asked you something, okay? Alright. Okay, I got my stop clock on, but anyway, jokes apart. Let's say if you have to remember that number. Don't say impossible, I know it's difficult, but let's say how long do you think you would require? Let's say you have to do it, no option.
4 to 5 minutes.
You're giving me a heart attack. That's it?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Because actually I had a session with him.
Okay, do you know something interesting? You're disqualified. Alright, fun, huh? Okay, so for me to remember this number, I think I should not take more than 2.5 minutes, probably. So I got my stop clock here. I'll try to remember that number in probably 2.5 minutes or maybe less. That's my target. So my time is already running. Time started already. So I'll just try. Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
Only 1 minute. Only 1 minute 3 seconds.
Okay. All right. So what do you think in the last 1 minute 3 seconds? Do you think I was able to remember that number?
Yes, I think I'm comfortable.
Yes.
Then some
100%.
100%. You're sure?
Yes.
Some people thinking.
Maybe.
No way. Okay. Now what you think, I really don't know. But what I think is I have remembered the number. And you can be the judge. I'll stand this side so that I'll not block your view, nor I'll be able to look at the number. And I'll try to recall the number in the same order which I've given. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll start with the first 7 and go up to the last 0. I'll just try. Okay. Alright, the number goes something like this. We start with a 7, 9, 4, 5, 8, 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 9, 6, 6, then a 7, then you have is a, is it right till then?
Yes.
Okay. After that would be a, is it a 5? No, wait. Missed it out. It was too fast, but anyway, let me recollect, yeah?
We can give you a hint.
No, the hint don't work, but 1, Okay, so I'll just miss a bit of it. So then I pick it up from 1, 9,
Yes.
8, 9. Then you have 9 again. Then a 5. Then a 3. Then a 2. Then a 8, 7. Then you have a 6. Then you have is 1. Then a 7, 3, 0, 2, 4, 1, 0. Is that right? How many digits did I miss? How many digits did I miss?
3.
3. No idea. Okay, hint please.
8.
8. No. Sit, I'll just, oh, okay, fine. Now I'll also tell you the reason why I have missed it out. There's a technical reason, not a memory failure, huh? No, really, it's a technical issue. Now you must be thinking this guy is very smart and joking, right? It was really a technical error. So is it okay to try to recall the number one more time without the technical error?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll just do that. Then you know that it's not a memory failure, huh? Okay. But just to show that it is only a technical failure, I'm going to recall the number in the reverse order.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the number in the reverse order, we start with a 0, then a 1, then a 4, then you have a 2, then a 0, 3, 7, then you have a 1, then a 6, 7, 8, then a 2, then a 3, then a 5, then a 9, 9, 8, 9, 1, and a 0, 2, and 8. Okay. Then before that would be a 7, then a 6, and a 6, and a 9, and a 4, and a 2, and you have a 3, 1, then a 0, then you have a 8, 5, 4, 9, and 7. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Now I think I have your attention. Do I?
Yes.
All right, so let's get into the present, and let me tell you, I'm not doing this to impress you. I'm not here to impress you, by the way. If you are impressed, thank you very much. If you are not, it's okay, absolutely fine. So let's get into the system and see.
I think we need to.
Is it on, off?
It's on, but.
This one? So let's see.
Location.
Haan, theek hai. Now whatever goes wrong will go wrong, right? That is what about technique. Fine, anyway. So let me start with one of my favorite quotes, and that is here. Every next level of your life will demand a new version of you. Do you agree?
Yes.
And this is the truth. And every time, every day, if you're not better than yesterday, you're actually going behind, going backwards, right? And if you want to do this, what is that one thing which you have to do? Any idea? It's very simple. People have a question, and where do I start? There's so many things there. Now it may look like oversimplification, but I can tell you that there are two things which you can work on, two very, very simple things. And the first one is change the perception. How you look at things, how you look at yourself, how you look at your mental makeup. The moment you change the perception, things will start changing automatically. And second thing you should be looking for is change the way you take some action. And please don't think that when I say different action, I'm not talking about difficult action. Do I ever look like I'm doing some hard work?
No.
Far from it, right? If I do hard work, I should be like you and like me, okay? So I mean, now I'm working on it, okay? So you'll see a better me later on, but it can be a simple thing. It's very simple strategy which you have to use. Now I want to ask you this question: why many people find it difficult to focus?
Lots of disturbance in
and around distractions. I love the word distractions. We'll have something about distractions in a while. What else?
Subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind. Oh, very deep. Tensions. Okay. All right, fine. Now let me introduce you to some people. So do you think they have any problem in focus? Their focus is literally very high, right? And how about these guys? Do they focus? Now I am sure this guy will never ever in the middle of the game picks up his mobile phone and sends a message to his girlfriend, 5 minute में बाहर आ रहा हूँ मैं. बाहर तो जाएगा पक्का. But how is a different issue? Can you even imagine doing that? No, right? Not just him. Think about any professional whom you like. Sachin Tendulkar, Lata Mangeshkar, Michael Schumacher, Michael Phelps, anybody whom you like, they will never do something else when they are doing their professional work. Do we agree?
Yes.
Sorry? Yeah, of course. Of course. Otherwise, thank you for pointing it out. Otherwise, we would have had so many Suresh Mansharmani already. Because you are not doing this, you have become one. Otherwise, everybody is there. Now, that is one thing which is missing with people. All right. A small leak can sink a great ship. Do you agree?
Yes.
This is what has happened to Titanic. I don't know, Titanic came first or this quote came first. I'm not really sure. I've not done my homework on that. But yes, that is what happens. And do you know that there are some leaks which happen from our mind, wherein a lot of mental energy is going out?
Yes.
Lot of mental energy is just being drained because of the leaks, and you don't have to do anything. Just be aware of the leaks and plug it up. You will see you will start working like a rocket. But what could be those leaks which are draining your mind power? Any ideas? What could it be? Tensions,
Uncontrolled thoughts.
uncontrolled thoughts, and these are all like very good things. Now let me share with you emotions. Let me share with you something which are so obvious, but they miss out because they're so obvious. They're so simple, they miss out because they're so simple. Now I want you to be aware of those simple things. You don't have to go and look for big reasons. The small, I mean, I heard a very interesting quote. How many of you ever got bitten by an elephant? Or heard about people being bitten by an elephant?
Yeah.
How many of you have got bitten by a mosquito?
Everyone.
Right? So it is not that size, the small thing can create so much irritation and nuisance. Alright? That's what is happening. It's not the big things which are troubling people. It's the small things which get unnoticed. And that's what you have to become aware. Now I have a saying, I say if you want to improve your memory, focus on attention. Or work on attention. And if you want to improve your focus, work on awareness.
Work on
Awareness, attention. Two massive tools to take you to the next level. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter. Now people, most of the time they are not attentive, and there's some disease which is there which is called as pata hi nahi chala. People are drinking hot coffee, having conversation, खत्म हो गया, पता ही नहीं चला. Not aware. People drive 20 kilometers, पता ही नहीं चला. Okay, if it is US, Saudi, pedal down 50 kilometers, you're there. But in India, we got something called cow. Don't know how automatically, it just manifests itself in the middle of the road. Don't know from where it is born, right? So now that happens because of attention and awareness issues. So let's talk about the simple leaks. This one. How many of you actually browsed your laptop with multiple browsers? Do you know what? Your attention is being sliced with every browser which you do. And how many of you actually go and check your Gmail after 5 minutes and see, yaar no mail hai, refresh karke dekh lete ek baar. Have you done that? Let me tell you, nobody is missing you in the world. And Gmail has put so much billions of dollars to get that push technology. If it comes, you don't have to refresh. It shows up. Now why is because when the email is open, I always want to go and look back. So I'm neither here nor there. So minimize on this. When you do multiple things at the same time, your energy goes slower and it wastes a lot of energy. Thanks to autoplay. People sit down. I got a friend of mine has got some challenge to wake up early in the morning. So I given him some strategy, some brainwashing and something. I thought it will definitely work. And magic. The next day he woke up at 5:30. Normally he used to wake up at 8 o'clock, 8:15. He woke up at 5:30. And how do I know? It's because he called me. Anant, I woke up. It worked. Awesome. then इतना जल्दी क्या करना है Facebook? And the time was 8:45. Then he realized what the hell he was actually doing on the bed. पता ही नहीं चला, 3 घंटे वैसे निकल गया.
Very true.
It happens with people. It may sound like joke, but think about it. It happens. Now 5 o'clock he put so much effort to wake up, and he spent all the 3 hours in the Facebook just because of swiping. Energy gets drained in that. Now you know what? I'll tell you a simple example before we go any further. Now let's say if I pick up a chocolate or a toffee, whatever you want to call it, and eat it. I have a choice whether I want to eat or I don't want to eat, right? But the moment I eat it, I have no choice of the result. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
The system has to deal with it. And you know, it's so easy, so much hard work. Eat everything, then only it's possible. The system deals with it and becomes like that. All right. Now why am I even talking about it? Similarly, any thought which gets into your mind, any information which gets into your mind, you have to deal with it. The more gets into your head, the weaker you become. Because if there's only one bit of information going in, I can put 100% information work efforts on that. If there are 100 things going, I can't even put 1% on everything. So you got to be a very aware gatekeeper of information. Don't let crap get into the head because it has to deal with it. Alright?
Yeah.
So it's always, in terms of mind, it's always less is more. Do you agree? So let's say it together. Less is more. Awesome. So let's move on and let's see how to train your focus. Simple stuff. I'm going to talk about very, very simple stuff which can be doable like that. First thing is you have to know your why. You have to have an answer for why you are doing what you are doing. I have students walking to me and tell me, you know, Mr. Anant, I sit in the classroom. It also happens for us, by the way. Okay, I'm just putting the blame on the students, but happens with everybody. Mr. Anand, I sit in the classroom, my teacher walks in, she talks simple science or whatever thing in simple Hindi, English, I understand, and because I'm understanding, I acknowledge. And when the teacher leaves, I have no bloody clue on what has happened in the last 45 minutes. Did it ever happen to you?
Very often.
If it has not happened, you are not here when I was talking. It has happened, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to ask you, and some people come and tell me that, you know, Mr. Anant, I went into this party and I cannot remember the name. A lot of people, my memory for names is very bad, you know. I can't remember the names. Oh, really? Now I'm going to ask you one simple question. How many times did you ever tell yourself, I want to remember this person's name?
Yeah.
How many times when you sat in a seminar, you told yourself, I want to remember what my teacher, professor, lecturer, mentor is talking about? So people have this random belief that because there is brain, because he is speaking English, because I am understanding, I have to remember. No. It doesn't work that way. You have to have an intention. You have to have an answer for why. Then automatically alignment will happen. Automatic. Because the moment you have intention, things will start falling in place. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So start to intend and see, the magic will happen. Next time you meet some people, tell yourself, I want to remember this person. The moment you walked in, I greeted you by name. So this was like a very small interaction which you had some time back. Now why? Because everyone I meet, I say I want to remember the person's name. And probably you would have seen my demonstration.
Yes, I have seen it.
I went to an auditorium where there are 80 people. I asked, what's your name, what's your name, what's your name? I came back, people sat wherever they wanted to sit, and I recalled everybody just in one listing because I wanted to. Just a thought. See, people lose focus, people lose memory not because they don't have capacity, they lose simply because they have never put their mind to it. Potential is there, but the alignment is not there. How many times have you heard this statement, people saying, you know what, my son is very intelligent, but marks nahi milta hai. It's it's not a question of lack of intelligence or lack of knowledge. It's just lack of alignment. Okay, next one, how to manage distractions. But before going into this, I just want to ask you one simple question. What is distraction? Some examples, some answers please. What is distraction? Yes?
What is keeping you away from your current activity?
Oh, that's very good. Anyone, anything else you want to share?
What is getting disturbed?
That's the result.
What is the reason of getting
What is distraction? Definition.
It's a noise, either visual or audible.
That is an example. Sorry for hair splitting, huh?
Same thing. Anything which is not related to
from your day-to-day work.
That is what happens when you get distracted.
I'm doing some work and there is a call over there, it distracts my mind.
That is an example.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Any stimulus which is taking your mind away from what you are supposed to do.
Absolutely. Now, just to put it in other words, awesome.
Because I took his back.
Thank you. Okay. Now, a simple definition is something that splits your attention from the activity which you are intending to do. I am intending to talk to you. Somebody opens the door. I get distracted. I'm intended to write something. The phone buzzes. You get distracted. Is it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do you all agree to the definition?
Yes, yes.
Any problem?
No.
Hello? Any problem?
No.
Okay. You want good news or bad news?
Very good news.
But I have a habit of giving the bad news first. So you deal with it and then you feel happy forever. But if you get a good news first, then you're excited, and then you get the bad news, then you're like down. So we'll first go from bad news to good news. Is that okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Now the bad news is, if you take the definition to be true, which is of course the definition which is given in the dictionary, nobody on the planet, including God, can help you to improve your focus. Now people have a very high definition error. That's why they have a problem with focus. Now see, I don't know whether it's a conspiracy or by not having focus it got into the dictionary, but look at the definition. Something that splits my attention. Nothing wrong with me. I am a mixture of Mahatma, Buddha and also Vivekananda put in mixture, churn, and that is the me result. No problem. Something that splits my attention. So that is not inside me. I am perfect. Something else is a problem. Wow, what a smart way, right? And that's something also nobody has a clue on when it is going to fall down, when it's going to ring, when it's going to open, when it's going to talk. And if you're open to the definition, you're open to distractions always. So this is the dictionary meaning: a thing that prevents someone from concentrating on something, a diversion or a recreation. Please forget about this definition. I offer something else. This is what I offer you. Distraction is a response to a happening. Is it okay to accept this?
Yes.
Now when you say the word the response, you know what the beautiful thing? You have an option
To respond or not to respond.
to respond or not to respond. I am talking to you, he is facing the camera on me.
Watching, yeah.
So I have an option to watch there or to continue to talk. But if I don't have this theme running in my head, Arey yaar, kya kar rahe ho yaar? Why are you putting camera on me? Alright, then somebody is smiling, why are you smiling? Definition is true. Automatically filter out. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So please get into this. So I want you to remember that distraction is a choice. So let's say it together. Distraction is a choice.
Distraction is a choice.
So if you're distracted, that is your own problem. Right? It's a choice. Remember that. So let's move on. So this picture tells all about in focus. Whatever you want to learn in focus, this is all about it. Now if you look at this guy, Messi, playing football there, 1 lakh people shouting, cheering, abusing, whatever thing. Now opponent people will be talking all the nonsense sounds they make. Now is this guy distracted?
Not at all.
Is he deaf?
No.
Not at all. Now why he is not getting distracted is because he did not choose to.
More focus on his goal.
Absolutely. And I want you to think about a statement which I am making. If you want, please note it down. This is going to be very deep. I want you to understand that very, very clearly, and that one statement can make you go places in terms of focus. And that statement is very clear, very simple. Now what people say, I'll tell you first. What people believe is, I lost focus because I got distracted. Is it right? No. That's what people say. Yeah. That's what people say.
Yeah.
I lost focus because I got distracted. The truth is, it's very hard. You got distracted because you lost focus.
Yes.
You got distracted because you lost focus. Now this guy, if he loses focus on the game, he will get a heart attack and die immediately. 1 lakh people shouting there. If you don't know what is 1 lakh people, go to a classroom where a teacher is not there, whose strength is 25. For last half an hour the teacher is not there. They have capacity to bring down the roof, you know. And there they're supposed to go and sit down calmly, and they can bring down the roof. And here people go there to shout, and that's why probably stadiums don't have roof. They'll bring it down. Absolutely, they'll bring it down. Okay, anyway, so, and you look at this photograph. When the photographer want to shoot Messi, did you see that everything else went blur? Now this is all focus about. When you start focusing on something, everything else will start disappearing. And that's a choice which you consciously have to make. So does it make sense? Yes. Okay, so very clear. We'll just give some tools for focus here. Now this is a project which I do. It's an ongoing project, but it don't happen regularly, because whenever it happens I just update on this. You can go to Facebook and look for hashtag focus mantra, where I actually put some learnings which I get from the wherever things which is into focus, I write them there. It can be a one-liner, it can be 3 paragraphs, it can be one small example or whatever thing. And this is my personal experience and interpretation, nothing from Google copy paste and cut copy paste. All original information here. You can get there. I think already there must be about 60-70 of them, so you can just take some benefit out of it. Then be aware of obvious distractions. That's very critical. Then I would like to tell you this one thing: pause. If you want to improve your focus, pause. Wait. Now why you have to pause? Now let's look at a normal phenomena. Now if I am thirsty, what most people do? Pick up water, drink. If I want to go to washroom, I'll go. If the phone is ringing, I'll pick it up. So there's no pause, right? If I want to do something, I'll do it. So I am saying from now on, please pause wherever you can pause. You want to take a metro, pause, let one train go. You want to go out because it's very cold, pause for 1 minute. Let me tell you, 1 minute of cold will not kill you. You want to drink water, pause for 30 seconds. You want to pick up the phone, let it ring one more time. You want to make a call, pause for a minute. Now why does pause is more important?
That's what I'm asking you.
The brain has to switch from one to
Awesome, that's a very valid point. The brain has to switch from one to other. That's great. Anything else which you can think of?
Recollect things.
Recollecting? Anything else?
You see option is whether to go or not to go, whether to choose or not to choose.
I think
Okay.
the decision to choose.
The decision to choose, the decision to respond. Anything better than that? I mean, all are good. Now why it is better? Because it's my answer. Okay, but 22 years of experience, so it must be better. Okay, any other thing which you can tell him?
Just to avoid immediate reactions.
Okay, that's very good. So you'll be lower on impulsive reactions by just doing that. Anything else? Last one before I give out the answer.
There is something much important that I'm missing.
Probably. Okay, the one which I want to tell you is, just by giving a pause, you will come back to the planet Earth. People are not living on planet Earth. Now what I mean by that, when I'm talking to you, I'm physically here. What is the guarantee that I'm here? सुबह 7 बजे का ट्रेन लेना है, टैक्सी कहाँ से मिलेगा? When I'm going back, if अगर जाम होगा तो मैं डायरेक्ट ट्रेन कहाँ से पिक कर लूँगा? सभी लोग तो डोर डिलीवरी नहीं देंगे, but go and pick it up. NTPC वाला चेक क्यों नहीं भेजा अभी तक? So what's happening is, I am here, I am there, I am there, I am there, but I am here. People's minds is everywhere. So the moment I pause, suddenly all of those things vanish and I come back to the life. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So wherever you are, you will come back. So that's a pause there. And no instant reply. Please don't give any instant replies to the messages. The world will not end in the next 2 minutes. If it ends, fantastic. If it doesn't, 2 minutes is a good time to catch up. Yes.
What if your mind is not ready to take a pause?
You have to make that call. You have to make a choice to pause. So for that you have to train yourself. Pause for small things. Water के लिए तो pause कर सकते हैं ना? That's it. Small things you pause, then bigger things you'll be able to pause easily. Then one more thing is reflect. The more you reflect, the lesser mistakes you make the next time. Meditation helps, and that's my coordinates. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anant. This is a small token from
Oh, thank you so much.
Lovely.
Thank you. It was a lovely and wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Thanks for enriching all of us.
Thank you.